Good evening. I am Shamus Burnside-Savazzini, and I live in Plainfield, Illinois. That is where home is for me right now. I am originally from Freeport, Grand Bahama in the Bahamas, one of the islands that got devastated by Dorian. I currently serve as the Children's Faith Formation Director at Grace United Methodist Church, which is about 25 minutes north in Naperville, Illinois. I have one daughter, and my husband and I relocated to the area in 2011 when she was 2 months old. I went to school in North Carolina, and that is where I got my undergrad and my first post-grad degree. And so now, almost 20 years later, I'm pursuing the second degree. So the reason behind this degree is, for one, in 2011, when I moved to Illinois, my husband and I decided that because we were coming to a new area, we didn't have any family nearby, that I would stay home with my daughter after literally retiring from a retail grocery store where I served as human resource manager as well as a food and safety compliance manager in the past. So this is completely different. But what I was comfortable with was the fact that I had always served in church. So I was comfortable with children's programs, youth programs, and I stayed very active. So it was not, strange territory for me to be very active at the church. So I stayed home with my daughter for 5 years, from 2011 until 2016. And ironically, the director of children who I came behind, she just retired around the exact same time my daughter got accepted into full-day kindergarten. Because in Plainfield, we don't have full-day kindergarten. There's an actual lottery for it. So that was kind of ironic, but I always believe God works in mysterious ways, his wonders to perform. So he probably knew the plan was in place before I did. I've served as United Methodist Women President for the local group at Grace United Methodist Church, and I just really enjoy serving. I've been doing a couple of mission trips to the Bahamas to respond to Freeport, Grand Bahama, as well as to Nassau, Bahamas, where several of the kids, in fact, we did an event where 17 kids that were placed in the Children's Emergency Hostel were brought from Freeport and Abaco. So I went there in December 2019 and did an event at that center in conjunction with my sorority and fraternity brothers, so that we can just provide some way of a mental escape for the kids, because they've gone through so much already. And it was just amazing to see how resilient they are. You can tell that there are, emotional traumas, but we were able to support and be there for them. So my purpose with starting this degree is to really dive deeper into just my faith journey, for one, but also I feel called and compelled to continue to grow deeper in my knowledge around ministry with children and families. My biggest faith formation, I guess I would call it contributor, would be my mother. She lives with me. I am her caregiver, but she's mobile, so she goes to my sister in the winter. But she had a very life-changing experience and near-death experience, and to see the way she has bounced back, even though she's not independent, I just wait, and I always look forward to conversations with her, and she encourages me, and she's always been that way from I was a child. Always encouraged me to do my best, to never give up, and to listen for God's voice in whatever I do. So she's my biggest contributor as far as my faith formation journey. And now my mentor at Grace Church, Reverend Doug Bowden, he is definitely someone I admire, and I just always look forward to speaking with him, because he always has encouragement, and he was my reference for this degree, so I look forward to completing it. So I hope to meet everyone soon, and I will start watching videos. Bye-bye.